I'm recording now.
Yeah, you
are,
have to,
are you ready now?
you have to edit this.
No, you can do it together.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what is it?
What day is it?
Yeah,
It is, I think it is Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
So Hong Kong Air Show starting from tomorrow.
It is. We're very excited.
And
Beautiful Hong Kong.
and I asked him to introduce some about Layla 3 because we just announced Layla 3 from our SNS and webpage about 30 minutes ago? An hour ago.
Yep.
An hour ago. So, okay, so let's talk about Layla 3. Okay?
Yeah, Layla 3, we were really, really excited. That's one of the most requested universal IMs from us. We haven't done Layla in a universal for a really long time, but we wanted to make sure that when we re-release it that we, addressed a lot of new technology and, really reduced the size and, through a lot of, still kept that same signature sound, but introduced a lot more technology.
So is the Layla 3 Layla AION still have the 12BA, which is same as Layla 1 and Layla 2?
Yeah, it uses the same balanced armatures, so it has the same sound tuning, but it's just a lot more accurate now.
So you mean the BA itself is the same as Layla 2?
Yep.
But the overall size is about almost 50%,
Yeah.
45% smaller than Layla 2.
It's basically half the size, half the weight.
So how you can make it smaller?
That's what took so long. So we started with, instead of like a shell shape, we started completely backwards. We basically grouped the drivers as small as we could get them, and then conventional is silicone tubes, and with us with Freak Phase, the tubing can be very long and complex, and so we introduced our new Sonic tube chassis, which is a very, very complex 3D printed chassis. So this lets the drivers sit very close together, but these very long tubes are intricately routed inside. That way we can make it as compact as we possibly can.
So side, the smaller side, but the sound signature should be the same as Layla 2.
Yeah, it's the same, but just more accurate. And the reason why it's accurate is because we can 3D print these chassis in-house. All this is done in-house. We can 3D print these chassis very, very accurately, and everyone is getting a very, very accurate, sane sound signature.
So in the past, we're using the tube for each BA, block of BA, but instead of tube, we're using 3D chassis. So its tolerance and dimension is more accurate than before.
Yep.
Okay. And what else is different? Tell me about the connector. So this time we're using 7-pin connector.
Yep. So the 7-pin connector is going to be moving forward. This is how we're going to introduce a lot of technology to future products. But not only that, the 7-pin connector is definitely our best connector we've ever come up with. We first introduced the 4-pin connector, I think like 5 or 6 years ago, and it's definitely still our go-to connector. But moving forward, the 7-pin is really, really cool, and the fact that it's a military spec connector that we took and we made it look cool. Instead of being very military looking, we went back and we machined it very very unique, and we put an iridium coating on it, so it's a tried and true connector that works in the military, but it also looks really, really cool too. And one of the key features of it is it's very, very easy to align, and
it's not easily detaching.
No, because you got to think about it's for the military, so it's got to be able to. You got to be able to be in the mud, upside down, at night, and be able to connect it easily.
Because when I was in military, I never using
yeah. But so yeah, this is for advanced communications in the military. But yeah, so we went with a German-made connector that's really proven. They use it throughout the military all over the world. So we took that connector and we made it specific to JH Audio, but no, it's really, really cool. And one of the coolest features of it is it's got an O-ring in it, and the O-ring makes a connection waterproof. The IEM is not waterproof, but the connection is waterproof. So if you're sweating or something like that, it doesn't get into the connector and corrode and things like that.
So this is Layla AION. So can you open it?
Yep. really nice bubble wrap. It does
So
not.
you're gonna selling? We're gonna selling.
Yeah.
Layla AION with a bubble bag.
Yeah. No, it comes in a really nice box. But yeah, so this is the case, Layla AION, and AION's really cool because that's the Greek god of sound. So it's we thought it was fitting that our flagship Layla come with a really cool, yeah, this is the these are really cool. So these are the IEMs themselves. So much smaller than the old Layla. The canals are shorter, so that makes it much easier for consumers to put them in.
So the length of canal is shorter than before?
Yeah, so we really looked at, we analyzed, we have almost 50,000 ear impressions on file.
50,000.
Right, so we have, that's not how many we've made, that's how many customers we have. A lot of customers have multiple IMs, but we have almost 50,000 impressions. So we have a lot of data where we can look at, ear shapes, right? So we can say, well, every ear shape is a little different, but there is a consistent trend over it. So we took a lot of that data and we really made sure that the shell shape was
so this shell shape and length
angle,
of the nodule angle is all the data from the 50,000 customer.
Right. Yep.
Your impression.
It's pretty cool. I don't know too many companies that have 50,000 impressions.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so we did that, and then I think Jerry's and my too, one of my favorite AK collaborations was the very first Layla. Something about that carbon fiber shell was really, really cool. But how do you improve upon that? I mean, it was such a really cool design. So we worked with a company in the Netherlands to produce us some very, very thick carbon fiber block. So we wanted to machine that block, and then it's hundreds of layers of compressed carbon fiber, and then we machine it in Orlando. And
so each carbon fiber block have different pattern, so it's not the same.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I mean, for the most part, I mean, it'd be difficult to see a difference, but the pattern overall is really, really impressive. That I think to see for yourself, you have to come to the Hong Kong show. But it's really, really impressive. The guys at JH Audio did a really, really cool job on the design, on the production, and I definitely think this is the highest production value IEM we've ever made. Yeah, it's really good. And then obviously the faceplate.
What is the red material?
So the red material is called perloid, and this is the same material they use for guitar pick, high end, guitar picks and high end, guitar, So that's the exact same material. So this is cool. We still keep that kind of rock and roll, material inside it. And so we have a red perloid and then a black perloid, and then we have a really cool chrome outline on it. I think it's definitely, this is my new favorite now. Yeah. And then connector looks good. These are just these are really, really cool. Yep.
So why 7-pin?
So 7-pin, we don't have an immediate need for 7-pin, but in the future, you're gonna want to make sure your IEM has a 7-pin. So we have a lot of new technologies coming out, and it's gonna require more connectors. So you have to stay tuned for that.
And
then we have a new cable too.
Yeah, new cable. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. So all new cable, and this actually took a lot of time to develop as well. So we were the first company to kind of come out with the 4-pin connector a long time, our patented 4-pin connector. But the cable's been in the market for some time, so it was time for an update. And we wanted to make a lot of really subtle changes, but throughout the whole cable, there's a lot of brand new stuff. Like the base attenuator itself, it's basically the same thing, half the size as the old one, and it's just small little things like we put a lets you know which way.
Yeah, I can notice the previous Layla too. It had quite big, but it became outside, no?
Yeah, at the time, it was, brand new technology.
Yeah.
No one, but now, we made it for so long that, we really look back and like, how can we make this thing smaller?
Yeah. That's what I'm asking for you all the time.
Yeah, everybody wants smaller and more. But yeah, so this is all new, so it's really, really subtle on the cable. You really, really don't even notice it. One of the things I really like the most about our new cable is the braiding. It's not twisted, so it's braided. So it's almost like the stronger you pull, the stronger it gets. So it's really, and then just the cable itself looks really, really nice. And then we retooled our Y connector, so it's much, much smaller and sleeker and
beautiful.
Yeah, I really like that a lot. And then we the Layla AION comes with the Astell&Kern.
Oh yeah.
2.5.
And this one.
Yep. It comes with the conversion cable, so 2.5
to 3.5.
To 3.5. I really like this connector too. You guys did a really good job, and obviously, the braiding matches on both. Looks great. And then on the other end, we've got, just the slider, which is nice. But then, the other thing we kind of went back and redesigned is that we put like a tighter bend in this, so they didn't go so far forward.
So show me how to connect.
Yep. This one. So this is easy.
So there is dot, right?
Yep. So there's dot.
Red. Right side there is a red dot on small, and left side.
The other thing too is like the fly girl. You can I don't know if you can see it or not. But there's a dot on one side, a fly girl, our logo on this side. This is always on the outside.
Yeah.
So just push on. It's easy.
Yeah.
And
just push on.
Yeah, the connection's really, really tight.
It's strong enough?
Yeah. Yeah, so this has got to be good for the military. It can't. You think about you're in war, it can't come apart. So it's but it's also a really beautiful connector, and the size is a little bit smaller than our 4-pin connector. Not much, but we try to reduce the size as much as possible. But we put like a little bit tighter angle in this because before it was kind of a little bit further out. So
this angle changed as well?
Yeah,
I didn't notice.
Yeah, put 15 more degrees on it. That way it kind of tucks behind your ear a little bit better as opposed to bending the cable around. So you just need a small little bend on the cable now as opposed to before you needed a sharper turn. Yeah, so it's kind of the same great sound signature that no one wants us to change the way the Layla sounds. They want it to sound exactly the way it sounds. But we really wanted to make sure we added a bunch of new technology and features and
size.
Yeah, the size is probably the biggest notice. If you've ever seen our Full Metal jacket, at the time it was groundbreaking, but now this is just so much. This is what technology gets you. We can still use those same drivers, same sound signature, but technology gets you half the size. And then also our cable, it is also, it's not considerably lighter, but it is a little bit lighter than the older cable. Yeah, we're really proud of it. It's took a lot of work to get, and a lot of people request Layla a lot, so here it is.
Yeah, actually, many people ask me when we have next flagship AION collaboration with JH. So
that's good.
Yeah,
well, here it is. Come get it. Come look at it at the Hong Kong AV show.
So now is Thursday in Hong Kong time, 10:37 8.
Yep.
So about exactly 24 hours later, tomorrow this time, we will be there. Hong Kong Convention Center over there, and we will start to demo Layla 3, Layla AION there, right?
Yeah, make sure you come see Alex.
And Shawn.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.